Hey guys, it's Cosmic Whisperer. Before we get into this one, this isn't one of the big famous Bigfoot cases you've probably already heard. It's an account that was submitted by a viewer to a small paranormal report site. No documentary crew, no research team, no news coverage. Just one family's story sitting out there, mostly unread. And honestly, that's what makes it worth telling. So let's get into it. 1992. A family is asleep in their RV outside Wind Cave National Park, South Dakota. A boy wakes up to his mother making noise, and his father digging through a storage bin for his pistol. Nobody will tell him what's wrong. Then something slams into the back of the RV so hard it shatters the window. It happens again, and underneath the sound of breaking glass, something growls. This account was submitted by the boy himself, decades later, still looking for anyone else who might understand what happened to his family that night. Welcome back. This channel isn't about the famous cases you've already heard 100 times. It's about the quieter reports, the ones submitted anonymously, buried in comment sections and old forum posts, from people who never wanted the attention. They just wanted someone to believe them. If that's what you're here for, subscribe, because this one's a gut punch. The witness, we'll call him David, since that's the name he signed, was just a kid in the summer of 1992. His family camped near Wind Cave National Park most summers, usually early in the season. That year, for reasons he never explained, his father pushed the trip back a few weeks, right before school started. They set up further out than usual, near Hill City, not far from Mount Rushmore. Thick pine forest, rugged country. It was a quiet Saturday night. Most of the other families had already packed up and left for the week. David's parents were outside, talking with another couple by the fire. Bored and a little tired, David climbed into the RV around 10:30, turned on the radio, and drifted off to sleep. It would be the last easy sleep he'd get in that campground. The next thing David remembers is his mother, loud and frantic, moving around inside the RV. He sat up and saw his father crouched at a storage bin, digging through it. Then he saw what his father pulled out, a pistol. David started to ask what was going on. Both of his parents told him sharply to be quiet. They were standing by the door when it happened. Something slammed into the back of the RV, hard. David thought for a second that another vehicle had hit them. The rear window shattered. The curtain hit the floor. He started moving toward his parents when it happened again. A second impact. And this time, underneath the sound of the RV rocking on its frame, a deep, rumbling growl. David says he had never heard his mother scream like that before, and never has since. His father raised the pistol toward the broken window and fired. Then nothing. Just the three of them standing frozen in the dark, waiting to see if it would come back. It didn't. Whatever had hit the RV was gone. Someone outside the campground started shouting, asking what was going on. Probably another camper, woken up by the gunshot. David's father stepped out to talk to them, while his mother pulled David in close, shaking. When his father came back inside, all he said was, "We're leaving." He grabbed whatever gear was still sitting outside, threw it in the RV, and they were on the road within minutes. Nobody said much on the 4-hour drive home. Here's the part David didn't find out until days later, when his mother finally told him what she'd actually witnessed that night. Before any of the noise inside the RV even started, around 1:15 to midnight, she'd been outside cleaning up, getting ready for bed, when she saw something large moving on 2 legs run from behind the RV and disappear into the tree line. She told David's father. He said it was probably a bear. Then he saw it too, ducking out from the woods, then back in again. And he told her, "That's no bear." That's when they came inside and started hearing it, low, guttural grunts coming from somewhere close. And that's when David's father did something his mother never expected. He opened the door. It was standing there, no more than 10 feet from the door, looking directly at him. He slammed the door shut and went for the gun. That part David's mother filled in for him, because his father, to this day, has barely spoken about what he actually saw in those few seconds. The little he said only once. Covered head to toe in thick, dark hair, over 6 feet tall. He guessed the weight at more than 400 pounds, with arms and legs built like a man 3 times his size, a wide, flat nose, and eyes yellow. He's never described it in more detail than that, and he refuses to talk about it with anyone outside the family. David's family kept camping over the years, just never anywhere near Hill City again. He grew up and eventually went looking for other reports from that same part of South Dakota, hoping to find someone else who'd seen what his family saw. That search is how this account ended up here, submitted by a grown man still carrying a memory from when he was just a kid in an RV, listening to a window break in the dark. No documentary crew ever covered this one. No researcher ever went out to the site. It's just one family's account, sitting quietly in a comment thread. Most people will scroll straight past. Until now. So what do you think really came out of those trees that night? Let me know in the comments. And if you've got your own encounter, or you know a lesser-known account like this one that deserves more attention, send it my way. If you want more of these forgotten first-hand stories, subscribe, because there are a lot more sitting out there, waiting to be told.